Right, so how's the traders? Winston Kutsia, aka Mr. Mayor Forex Trading. Alright, so today, 25th of April 2023, the time now is almost 7 o'clock at night, South African time. 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Nice. Alright, so currently I'm still in the US30. I've been in the US30 now for quite some time, since the 17th already. I've been hanging on this US30 because I've got the slight suspicion with the fears of the crash of the dollar and the US, and of course there's the BRICS also. There's a lot of stuff happening in the financial markets that gives me idea that the US30, the Dow Jones, the US30 is probably going to tank to the downside, with the looming recession, with BRICS also that is trying to de-dollarize, the dollar. As you know, that for the last 102-3 years, the dollar was the standard currency that every transaction, all the transactions worldwide happened, but they are trying to get a new global currency going. So with all those fears, the fears of recession and so forth, I am on the short side of the stock market. Okay, so I've also picked up this one now today. This is the Aussie CAD. I put this actually in before it actually got there. When we were there, I already put this trade in. It did pick up my trade, as you guys can see there. So it picked it up nicely. This is the Aussie CAD, of course, and it's all just using the tools that I have here, that I've got the slight suspicion that we might see a nice peak up to the upside, because we have the bottom there and we saw buyers jumping in. I said a higher high. There's the high. We've got a higher high. Now usually when I get a higher high, I do put my Fibonacci tool in there and I mark it off. If the 50% retracement is on a nice level of resistance, of support, then I know basically I'm on the right track. So I'm expecting this asset to shoot up past there, maybe back up to the highs here, but I'll have to have a look at it and see exactly. I'll keep my eye on it and see how it goes. I'm in for a small loss if it does take, but it's quite lucky. As soon as it gets closer to there, I'll keep my eye on it and see if it goes up a bit more past that. Alright, so for the euro yen, I'm trying to run through this quite quickly, not to make my videos too long. Euro yen is quite nice. It broke through this level of supply and demand over here. So now I'm waiting for the retest, which is on this 50% retracement. Once it gets there, I will probably jump in for a buy on the euro yen. Of course, with the euro doing very good, the euro's numbers came out very positive. The pound yen numbers came out very positive. So I do foresee some strength in the euro and the pound, of course. I'm keeping a close watch on the gold as well, because I do see that there are buyers in this zone. So if I do see another spike back down to the downside, I will take, of course, a buy on the gold. Now, if you are on a selling position on the stocks, you need to be, well, that's what I do, is I need to be on the buying side of gold, because whenever there's turmoil in the financial markets, people buy gold. They buy gold, and I'm sure that they want to push gold back up to the 21 level. That is where they want to go with gold, and I'm sure, I'm not 100%, nothing in trading is sure, but that's my mind going forth with the gold. So as soon as I see gold coming back down into this zone over here, I am going to jump in for a buy on the gold as well. The Aussie USD, I see it breaking down to the downside. So what I'm looking for the Aussie USD is for it to make probably a turn back to this zone over here, so that I can see if I can jump in for a buying opportunity. Now the Aussie is also on a very, very slight uptrend, so I'll keep my eye on the Aussie as well to see when it gets to this zone. I will look for some buying opportunities. Let's run through to the Euro USD. I see that there was a double top, and that's why a lot of people sold off there, because in the financial markets or on the trading markets, once you see a double top like that, usually people sell off. But I'm waiting for this one to either get back into this zone, or if you know what you're looking at, you can see there's a zone of consolidation there. Now, usually what happens is as soon as you get a breakout of the consolidation, all those people that were there in for a selling opportunity has got a second chance to get out of their trades and not lose money there. So usually here is where a lot of sell-off happens, and usually once you get a breakout from a consolidation period, once it gets back into the zone, you will see buyers jumping in, because these people that sold off there, that sold and were on the wrong, have an opportunity to get out of this trade and break even. So they usually close their trades over here, which usually puts spikes us to the upside. So I will hang on for a bit here, and I'm gonna hang on for quite some while to see what is happening here on this trade, because this is a good consolidation happening here, a nice breakout of consolidation, retest, and I'm waiting to see some green candles, maybe some long wicks like this one. And once I start seeing a nice long wick, a nice engulfing candle, I will start looking at buying opportunities on this asset, of course. Now, the NZD JPY, very interesting, as we can see that there were sellers over there. So I know that this zone is where sellers are. I was actually waiting for it to break through here, maybe make a run to the upside. It did not. The sellers jumped in there. So it's a missed opportunity for me, but I am willing to wait. Now, I haven't put out a lot of trade videos because nothing is where I want it to be yet. There's nothing in the market happening for me the way I trade on a daily time frame and on big time frames. Now, if you're just trading off the 4 hours and the 2 hour and the 1 hour time frame, there might be a lot of trades, but the way I trade things, you know, price action needs to be where I want it to be in order for me to jump into a trade. And because I'm trading on a daily, it sometimes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by where nothing happens, but that is trading. That's the way I trade, and I like that style of trading. All right, to get to the CAD Swiss franc. So as you can see, it broke through this heavy. I just want to go up to here, just onto the daily time frame quickly. I just want to show you guys something here on the daily. So on the daily, this asset has actually broken through this level where I thought it might going to pop up to the upside. It actually broke through this level of support over here, and this is a big major level of support. You can see once price action got there, the amount of buying that went on. So it was a buyer's market. Then the sellers took back, and the sellers pushed this price down quite quickly, got back into this range. You saw buyers jump in, but there's just not enough buyers. The sellers took over. So what I'm waiting for on this asset, on the CAD Swiss franc, is I'm waiting for a proper breakout and then a retest of this zone. This is now no longer a support. This is now a red zone. So this is now a zone where I'm looking for selling opportunities. I forgot the name now. It's late in the day. I had a long day. So this is now resistance. It's not support anymore. It didn't hold support. It's resistance. But I need this breakout to be proper. This is not for me a proper breakout over here. So I'm going to wait for a proper breakout, and then I might see this as a place of interest to sell. But now, that is for my trading today. I'm still waiting for the Aussie NZD also to get to this zone, and I will jump in for a buy opportunity. But that's my trading for this week. Tomorrow, I'll put out another video. Or the day after that, I'll try and put another video out for this week, because things are starting to get to the level where I look for trading opportunities. So let's hope and see what happens. Have a good one.